Okay. So is my screen is visible to all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let's start with the pandas. Okay. So today I'm going to tell you the basics of pandas and how we can use it in the code. Okay. So pandas is very and one of the most useful libraries in Python. Okay. We used it for the very basic tasks like reading, writing, and many more. So we will see it one by one. Okay. So here, okay, the first thing is that hash symbol is used for commenting. Okay, if you want to comment any any line, you can use the hash symbol. Okay, so once you remove it, it becomes your code. If you put it, it becomes your comment. Means that cell cannot run it. Okay, so this code pd.read excel is for reading Excel file, and this code df.to excel is for saving your data frame, means it's saving your data into Excel file. Okay, this is reading from and saving to. Okay, so let's start with our CSV file. I hope you are familiar with CSV format of file, right? It is comma separated. Okay, so by using that read CSV here, one file I'm reading. Okay, so df.head. Okay, let me run the code. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So if I done df dot head, you can see only 5 lines are visible. Okay. So this is for reading the top 5 rows of your data file. You can customize is anything. Okay. If I write here df head dot means 10, then you can see 10 rows are there. Same for df dot tail. By default, it will show you the bottom 5 line of your data by bottom 5 rows, and you can customize it like head. Okay, so next is for location. Okay, alloc is for location. You can extract the particular number of rows or particular number of columns, and you can extract their particular values present on that rows or column. Okay, so you can see this 0:5 is for row and 2:6 is for column. Okay, so 0:5 is starting from 0th rows and ending at 5. Okay, so ending at 5 means this value always take n minus 1. Okay, suppose this is your n. Okay, I'll write here hash. Suppose your n equals to 5. Okay, so the output will be n minus 1. Okay. Okay, so if you write 0 to 5 means output will be 0 to 4, because here in Python 0 is count as your first index. Okay, then 2 to 6. Okay, so 2 to 6 means starting from the second column to sixth column. Okay, so as I told you, and if your n equals to 6, then your output will be n minus 1, that is up to fifth column. Okay, so let's see our column. So this is your 0th column. Okay, this is your first, this is your second, this is your third, this is your fourth, and this is your fifth column. Got it? So if you write like from 0 to 6 means p class, name, sex, and age, this column will be there. Okay, so let's come to the point. Okay, as you see, p class, right? P class, name, sex, and age. Okay, got it? So the next is df.ilog 05890, 058. So here you can see these three digits R comes under a particular square bracket. Okay, This is for assigning rows. Okay, so you can see 0th row, 5th row, and 8th, 19th row. Likewise, this is for column. 0th column, 5th column, and 8th column. Okay, so 8 columns means the ticket is the 7th column from your main data set, right? Because it is n minus 1. Likewise, df.ilog 5, 0. Okay, so this is the location for your 5th row and the 0th column. So this is your 5th row. Okay, so wait. Okay, so this is your 5th row and this is your 0th column. So the value for this, you can say it is 6, right? So it will give you that value. Okay. The next is df.ilog 0 to 5, 3 to 5, same as I told you. Okay. The next is also same, 1, 5, 10, first row, 5th row, 10th row, 5 to 8 means 5th column, 6th column, and 7th column. Okay, up to 8. Okay, the difference can you see here? That if I wrote here 1, then first it's coming. If I wrote 5 is coming, and 10 directly 10 is coming. Okay, here that n minus concept is not there because we are separating it with commas, right? And here we are separating it with column. It means that 5 to 8. And that comma means first, 5th, and 10th. Okay, that's why that first, 5th, and 10th value is there. And 5 to 8 means 5th, 6th, and 7th because n minus 1 rule work here. Same for the next 0th row, first row, and 8, 8, 6th row. 3 to 5 means third and fourth. Okay, 5th will not be there. Same example for that, you can try it yourself. The next is df.info. Okay, this line will give you complete information of your data. These are your 11 columns. These are the values. Values is nothing but the number of rows. Okay, and non-null count is means that null value is present in number of null values present, not null, number of non-null values present in that particular column. Okay, so you can see 714 non-null values means total number of rows is 891, right? So 891 means 714 is equal to 177. So you can say that 177 null values present in the H column, right? This data type is nothing but shows the data type of your particular column. Integer, int for integer, object, okay, float, likewise. So as I told you, this non-null value means from info also we can say we can find the null value, but there is one different command that is df.isNull.sum, which will give you the total exact count of null values present in that particular column. Okay, so df.isNull, by doing this value, you can see in age section 177 null values are there as we already calculated. Okay, in cabin it is 687. Okay, so df.d types will give you the data types of the particular column. Okay, as we saw, this df.info will give you all, but if you want, sometimes it is necessary to find the data types of particular column. Okay, so by using this, you can do it individually. Okay, so df.describe. This describe is work only for the numerical values of that particular column. Okay, it will not work with the column having the object data types. Okay, so you can. Yeah.
Ma'am, can you hear me? I have a doubt. How can we convert this data type into one another, means like object into string or something else? Means how we can convert the data types?
Yes, yes. Please let me finish the complete slide. Then I'll means that is the part of that process. I'll show it later. Okay.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. So let me finish it first. So you can see df.describe will give you the total count, mean, standard deviation, these all the values. Okay. So people who were present in the last Friday, that they know that viscous plot. This is your first session, right? Everyone?
Yes.
Okay. So just put in mind that these values are used to that interquartile range concept is there where you can find your values. Okay, so mean 25th, 50th, 75th, and max. This shows your interquartile range, or else you can say the box plot. Okay, I'll explain it in the next data science training session, which will be on Friday and Saturday. Okay, so next is df.data types, df.data. Okay, so let me come to the. This is the next one. Okay, so what if you want to extract only the object value? You can do it just by putting df data types equals to object dot index. Okay, so df means by using this line you can get all the columns having their data types object. Okay, same for only the same for the integer and the same for the float. These are all the columns where the data types is only float. These are the columns where the data types is only integer. Okay, so this is for
Yes,
object.
ma'am.
The another method to use for object means you can just put the individual name of the column, and then you will get the means like a complete column here. Okay, this is also the another method of printing your column, single column or two column or three column together. The next is you can concatenate two data types. Okay, means if you want to see the output of float data types as well as integer, you can just use this or symbol like straight line. Okay, by using this you can get the value in the output. You can get the values of float data types column as well as integer data types column. Okay, so you can see some are with points, some are without points. That is integer value and float value. Same for that. The next is if you want to extract a single column, just by using df and the name of column, you can get it. Okay.
Yes,
Then
ma'am.
the next is if you
Ma'am, I
want,
have a doubt.
yes,
Can you highlight the difference between describe method and info method? No?
difference between,
Describe and info method. These two methods. What are the difference
yes,
between them?
see, info will give you the information of every column, right? Total 11 columns are there. It is telling you the number of rows there, right? It is telling you the nominal values. It is telling you data types. Okay, it is for every column. But the describe is going to give you the value of only integer and float columns. Okay, can you see any column with the object with the data types object? No, right?
No, ma'am.
Because these are values, these count, mean, standard deviation, these all values will work only with the numbers, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so describe will give you only describe will work you only with the numerical values. Okay, so you
Okay, ma'am.
can't
Got it.
find the mean of any string or any object value, right? You can find the mean of only numerical value, right? So the next is, as I told you, you can extract the single column. But what if you want to extract the only this 3 rows of this particular column? You can just give after it. Okay, so as a df pair, so this is pair column, and 5 to 8. This is the number of rows I am using from that pair column. If I made it 8, that is more convenient to use. You can see here. Oh shit, no. You can change it from 1 to 4 so that it is so. So can you see that first, second, and third value here directly? Yes. So the next is name 0 to 5. By using that, you will get the name of name the 5 rows from the name column, like 0 to 4. Okay. Same, that is null. We already count. Okay. So the next is if you want to find that is null value, means the see, as we saw, there are 177 rows in the age column, right? Which are having the null value. So we can find which are those rows by using this line. Okay, so by using this, you will get all the rows where there is null value, you will get true there. Okay. So next is np dot where d of age is null equals to true. By using this line, okay, initially what we did, we we did where there is a null, true will be there. Okay, and in the next line, these are all the numbers. These are total 177 numbers. Okay, and these all, like, fifth row is having null value, 17th row is having null value, 19th row is having null value in the age column. You can check it manually also. For example, you can see in 888 number there is a true, means it is the null value. So you can see that 888 is present here. Okay, so these are total 177 values where there is a null. Okay, so you can find the name belongs to these 177 values just by putting the name column in front of it. So you can see this fifth row belongs to this particular person's name, and this particular person's age column, in this particular person's age column, he is not having his age because there is a null value. Okay, it is missing. So these all 177 persons is a list of peoples who have empty means the empty age section, that is null value. Got it? So d of age is null equals to true, as I told. Yes, that is same. Okay, so here we use numpy for numerical purpose to find this. Okay, tomorrow I will tell you about the numpy, but let's focus on pandas. Okay. So you can see d of I log np where d of age is null, true equals to pair survived part. This line is for, as I told you, there is 177 people having their age section null. Okay, so we can check their pair survived and part also. So that these 177 people, this is the list of 177 people, and this is the value for their pair survived and part class. Okay. Same for the passenger ID. This is the passenger ID belongs to that particular 177 people. Same for the name. This is the complete list of the people who is having their age section null. Okay. Yes, this is the same. Actually, I think code is repeated. Yes, code is repeated. Okay. So the thing is, what to do with these null values? Okay, you can either delete it directly, or you can like fill it with the mean values. Okay, so let's see latter. Okay, so this max d of pair is for printing the maximum value present in that particular pair column. Okay, so if you print this, you will get this 512.32392. This is the maximum value in that pair column, and if you want to find it where, okay, so this is its location present here in the array. This is particular location where the pair is this value, like 512. Okay, so the next is where is that d of pair equals to minimum. So these are all the location, okay, where the value of pair is minimum. Okay, so these are the location where the value is same. Means you can see this 512 value is repeating here 3 times. Okay. So the next is if you want to categorize person in the classification like male and female, then just see this is for classification for the object values. Okay. So just np dot where df sex equals to male will give you all the number of rows having the that say section male. Okay. So you can easily extract this part. Same you can do for the female. Okay. And the next is this is the location. Okay. df dot ilog np dot where df sex equals to male. Okay. So these are all the information related to that, related to these all people. Okay. So their passenger id, their survived plea class, everything. This data is belongs to only the male. See, you can see here in the between. So the next is how to extract only integer. Okay, it's done at very starting. Okay, actually, I'm sorry because it is repeating. Okay. So next is how to create a new folder. Okay. So see, you can create new folder and you can put another folder easily in that folder. Okay. So if you create new folder, you can see here, new folder is there. Okay. And the thing is you can assign any value to your present column. So if you like passenger id equals to 1, so your all passenger id with 1 will be here. Okay. And if you create new folder with 0, so you can see new folder with all zeros. Okay. So you can also classify the numerical columns like integer. Okay. As we classified the previous object column with male and female, here you can see we are classifying this p class. All the numbers who are greater than 2 will be here. Okay. So you can see in the p class, all the number who are greater than 3 is there. Okay. So 3. Same for the age, all the persons having the age more than 30 is here. Okay. So the next is embark. Yes, this is same. If you want all the data related it, you can easily get it. Okay. Okay. Yes. So you can use this df dot drop to drop that particular column. Okay. Access equals to 1 is for that column. Okay. This just wait. Okay. Okay, sorry. So the next is see, as I told you, df dot drop to dropping. Okay. So here you can see new dictionary is created. Okay, with some random name, number, text, and strings. Okay. So if you can see df2 equals to pd dot data frame dict2 I have put it here. Okay. So all the things are here. So dictionary 1 is here. Okay. So this is how it looks like. So if you want to concat two dictionaries, you can use pd.concat df1 comma df2. Access equals to 1 means that is this is like concat by columns. Okay. So you can see here that concatenation part is done. You can see this is dictionary 1, this is dictionary 2. Okay, same here. This random dictionary is created with column 1, column 2, and column 3. Okay, so this is how it looks like. So if you want to concat df1 and df2, you can see in df1 now dictionary this data is stored in df1. Previously there was different data in df1. Okay, so this data got overwritten on dictionary 1. Okay, so df1 becomes this data. So if you concat df1 and df2, then you will get this newly added data with the previous df2. Okay, so the next is, okay, in 10 minutes meeting will end, so let me try to finish it in 10 minutes. Okay, so you can see you can add extra columns like column 4 and column 5. Okay, so you can see column 4 and column 5. But what is this column 4? So column 4 is nothing but the 2 into df1 column 2. Okay, just wait. Okay, so you can see df4. Okay, as I told you, it is nothing but the 2 into column 2. Okay, so you can see 42 into 2 equals to 86. Likewise, df4 column 4 is created. Okay, so column 5 is nothing but the log of column 2. So this is column 5, which is nothing but the log of column 2. The next is this is just random. If you want to see what is the log of column 2, you can see this is here. Okay, so df1 will look like this, like column 1, column 2, column 3, and the concatenation of the means newly created column 4 and column 5. Okay, so for sorting data, you can see that here we can see column 4, we are sorting with the ascending order. Okay, just by using df1 dot sort underscore value by equals to column 4, 86, 90, 106, 108. You can see previously it was not in proper order. Just by writing in ascending equals to 2, it is in proper order. Okay, so this is all about the pandas I want to explain, and this data visualization part I'll take you when we will take the plotting section. Okay, so this is done with the basics of pandas. Okay, so I will share this same notebook on your group. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, and tomorrow we will take the basics of NumPy.
Okay.
Okay, thank you everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.